Kevin's not here.
What?
After Home Alone pulled in a whopping $476 million at the global box office and became the third highest grossing film at the time following Star Wars and E.T.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
After Macaulay Culkin was the first child actor to pull in $1 million for a film, he'd also pick up a Young Artist Award for Best Young Actor, and Home Alone, it would be nominated for 2 Academy Awards.
Good evening. My name is Macaulay Culkin.
After Home Alone would spawn 4 sequels over the next 3 decades, but I think we can all agree they should have stopped after Home Alone 2.
What are you doing here? Tell me.
Each and every December there are 2 things I'm certain of. The malls will be jam-packed, I don't want to go, and Home Alone will play night and day on every television channel around the world. Now, Home Alone is a film that's in a league of its own, and it's cherished by most. Now, we all have the lines memorized, and we can't take a trip to New York City without checking out the bridge where Kevin Tartan feathered the bad guys. You know what I mean? Now, we're approaching 3 decades since the film's release, so what happened to some of the stars that appeared in this film? I'm talking Kevin, Harry, Marv, even Buzz. What have they been doing in the time since? Well, in this video, we're gonna walk you through that, and I'm telling you, some of them, they've been doing some weird stuff on YouTube. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and careers of the Home Alone cast after the fame, here for you, of course, on After They Are Famous. Now, I know these people are still famous, it's just what we titled this series. Now, the main man himself, Macaulay Culkin, he's made quite a comeback in 2018, and I'm very happy for him. Actually, at the time of this recording, he's the most viral video on YouTube. It's great stuff. It gives you a good feeling. Everyone likes a little Kevin McAllister, 30 years later. But in this video, we're gonna take a look at some of the other characters. I'm talking Buzz, Woof, your girlfriend, also Harry, Marv, and even that dude with the shovel. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Also, any other nostalgic TV shows you want me to do an after on, let me know in the comments down below. Here we go. Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom!
Can I sleep in your room? I don't want to sleep on the hide bed with Fuller. If you have something to drink, he'll wet the bed.
I wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing on my ass.
All right, let's kick things off with Devin Rattray, the actor who plays Macaulay Culkin's tormenting older brother. We all remember him, good old Buzz.
Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
Interestingly enough, this dude, he attended the same performing arts high school as Nicki Minaj. Now, the success of Home Alone, it opened the door for several more roles in Hollywood films and TV shows. Outside of his appearance in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, well, Devin also appeared in Dennis the Menace, The Prince and Me, and Law and Order, and that was during the 90s. And I gotta admit myself, even looking back at Home Alone 2, well, the guy was looking pretty studly.
All right, everyone, just calm down. Calm down. Hey, hey.
So we decided to check out what Buzz has been up to in the years since, and over on Instagram he has almost 5,000 followers where he posts photos about his work as an actor. Also a lot of pics and videos with his mom.
The great mystic divine has powers, and he commands you to...
No need for no woof woof Buzz your mom jokes. I actually scrolled through his Instagram and he's posted some throwback photos to when mom, well, she was a runway model. Not bad. So what has Devin been doing since? Well, he's steadily booked work as an actor. He's had roles in the critically acclaimed thriller Blue Ruin in 2013, as well as the Oscar-nominated Nebraska, which was in 2014.
It took you 2 days to drive 750 miles? Were you driving a dump truck or something?
He's also appeared in some YouTube videos, well, where he got to hang out with some babes.
Thank you for having us over.
Yeah, we're supposed to have the signed autographs.
We're gonna like hang out a little bit
hang out and play
before
drinking
that.
games.
So don't worry about it. It's gonna be amazing.
What my agent said, actually.
Other credits include Hawaii Five-0, Chicago Med, and he's also appeared on an episode of Cash Cab. Unfortunately there he lost. He's also formed himself a band called Little Bill and the Beckleys, in which he performs as the band's lyricist, vocalist, and electric guitarist. I also found this interview where he claims to be some kind of robot.
The role was pretty much made for me since I'm part android. I have most of these innards, you can see I've got a lot of them, are all the latest in cybernetics.
Next up we have John Hurd, who played Kevin's father, Peter McAllister.
Kevin! Kevin, my boy! Kevin, how are you? Oh, it's good to see you.
This man had an extremely successful run as a film and television actor, first kicking things off in the mid-70s. Now, while he had limited screen time in Home Alone, I have seen a bunch of memes proving that he is still beloved by many. Many people are asking what kind of job did Peter have to afford that house and take all those people to Paris. Also, that jacket he's rocking in Home Alone 2, that was seriously some high-end designer stuff. No more modern audiences, they will likely know John from his bit role as the violent yet troubled Jersey police detective Vic Makazian, and that was in The Sopranos. Makazian, that's it.
Come on, goddammit! Come on, let's go! Let's go!
John also starred in movies such as Snake Eyes, Pollock, O, and White Chicks. Now, John Hurd, he had 3 children, one son with Oscar-winning actress and then girlfriend Melissa Leo, as well as a son and a daughter with later wife Shannon Hurd. In 1991, John was arrested for allegedly striking Melissa in an apartment lobby. He was later released after a hearing on the matter. He was then later found guilty of trespassing on her house, which was several years later. I guess he pulled the little Harry and Marv stunt himself. Then sadly, on July 21st, 2017, John Hurd, he passed away from a heart attack while vacationing in Palo Alto, California. While doctors initially suspected that his death was a result of back surgery he had been recovering from, well, it turned out that wasn't the case. He was only 71 years old at the time. Alright, let's move on to comedy legend Catherine O'Hara. You know, she plays the role of Kevin's mother, Kate McAllister.
No, wait. This is Christmas! The season of perpetual hope.
Mammoth.
And I don't care if I have to get out on your runway and hitchhike.
Now, some older fans would likely be familiar with Catherine's work from the old SCTV sketch comedy series, which ran from 1976 to 1984. A good old homegrown Canadian classic.
Brooke, sit down. Sit up straight.
So, you're an actor, right? I guess I never heard of you.
After Home Alone, Catherine made appearances in a wide variety of films, including Wyatt Earp, Home Fries, Orange County, Surviving Christmas, and Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events. She even lended her voice to a few roles, including Chicken Little, Over the Hedge, and Monster House.
We'll be back tomorrow night. If anything happens, call the police and hide in your closet.
He knows that. For some of her hilarious performances, Catherine has won an Emmy, an American Comedy Award, a Canadian Comedy Award, and a Gemini. Now, she currently stars on the hit CBC comedy series Schitt's Creek alongside former SCTV co-star Eugene Levy.
And one asset the government has allowed you to retain.
The kids.
The children are dependents, Moira.
Now, keeping with the spirit of Home Alone, Catherine O'Hara, she recently ran into Macaulay Culkin at an art show. And what happened? Well, it was absolutely hilarious.
He was coming out and he went, "Mommy," and I said, "Baby." Oh. And my husband, who's usually cool about these things, said, "Okay, both of you get together, I'm getting a picture." And he got beautiful pictures on his phone, which I wish I had to show.
Next up, we have Mr. Daniel Stern, aka Marv Merchants, aka the Wet Bandit. Now, he gave me some of my fondest childhood memories. This next clip, it's one of my all-time faves. Following the success of Home Alone, Daniel Stern, he picked up a steady gig as the narrator on a show known as The Wonder Years. Now, for anyone old enough to remember, I always found it weird that Marv from Home Alone, well, he was the voice inside this kid's head.
And there you had it. Nothing left to do but wander on home and help Mom baste the old Valentine goose.
His voiceover work, it also made its way onto The Simpsons and Family Guy. Now, he's continued working regularly. He's also an artist and a family man, and his son, he was recently sworn in as California's state senator. Now, all seems to be on the up and up for Mr. Stern, but then in 2015, he posted this video to YouTube, and a lot of people thinking he had totally lost his mind.
The kid is back! I saw it on the internet. The kid is coming to get us. I saw him. He's coming for all the home invaders and he's gonna go get us.
That video has clocked in 2.8 million views, and it goes to show you he's still got his acting chops. Now, his channel has 20,000 subscribers, and he reprises other iconic roles from his past. He also does some musical covers. Alright, let's move on to Harry Lime. Of course, he was played by Joe Pesci. Who knew his last name was Lime? I had to look it up. I always found that scene really funny because he was so limber going upside down. Well, Joe Pesci, he took on the slapstick role in Home Alone the exact same year he portrayed psychopathic gangster Tommy DeVito in Goodfellas. And for that role, well, he won an Academy Award.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to amuse you?
Having got so into character as Harry, well, he actually bit young Macaulay's finger, giving him a permanent scar. Now, more great works would come from Joe Pesci, including My Cousin Vinny and Casino, before Joe would retire from the biz in 1999. He wanted to focus on music and enjoy his life off camera. Now, not much has been seen of the man since, but he did return for one hilarious Snickers commercial.
Supermodels! What do you model, gloves?
I actually use that joke all the time when we're talking about Instagram models. Like, what do you model, gloves? Anyway, he does stuff his acting chops, teaming up with Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese on The Irishman, which will be a must-see, and it's getting distributed through Netflix in 2019. Can't wait. Sounds like they're talking about me. My blood's full Irish. Now, as for the main man, Macaulay Culkin, well, I've made an entire 12-minute video documenting his entire career. We dropped it just last year, so let's roll a clip from that. Macaulay Carson Culkin was born on August 26, 1980 in New York City, New York, to Christopher Kit Culkin and Patricia Brentrup. As for Old Man Marley, yeah, the dude with the shovel, well, he lived a long life after Home Alone. He continued acting up until 1999, and he passed away in 2011 at the age of 87. He had suffered a stroke. Don't worry, he wasn't shoveling snow. By then, he was living out in Santa Monica with his loved ones. RIP to those who have passed away. And I know there's many more people in the film, but I can't remember any of their names. The girl who spoke French, the kid who wet the bed. I think that's enough for this. Now, we could do this for other Christmas classics or other films. We could go through the entire roster, but you guys gotta let us know who's next in the comments down below. As for the rest of the story, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, because this is after they're famous. My name's Michael McCredden. We post all sorts of celebrity bios here for you on this channel. Do not forget to hit subscribe. Also, let us know who to do next in the comments down below. I'm having deja vu. This is my last day before the Christmas holidays, and I'm getting a much needed break. And I might even be home alone. Gonna be dancing around naked. See you guys in another video. Bye. Boom!
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, and a Happy New Year.